Hello, this is Andreas from Nordic Tarot, and I've got 3 readings for you for the last 2 weeks of September. Please remember that even the 2 more specific readings, the love and the work reading, they are still general. So if they do not resonate, I'm sorry, but hopefully at least one of the 3 will. And you'll find more information about how to contact me and on the decks I'm using in the description. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy your readings. Hello Capricorn, Sun, Moon and Rising. I'm just going to get straight into your reading because I think it's quite interesting. It might be kind of a heavy reading, but we'll see as we go along. The oracle card I pulled for you is number 45, Time to Go. The essential meanings are endings, completion, walking away from something because there is nothing else to learn or experience. And for your general reading, the oracle's message is, you are at the end of one journey and have not yet begun the next. This is the moment to bless your experience thus far. Take stock of what you've learned. It is time to move on to new experiences and a new way of being. There's nothing left for you to do, be, or experience in your present circumstances. Take the risk and move on even if you need to be in a transition for a time. Your destiny is calling you. So, yes, time to go is talking about journeys and moving on and all these things, right? And the first card you have is the Six of Swords, which is a card that is about movement and a journey. It can be a physical journey, but often it is an emotional journey. And I kind of feel like that's what's going on with you right now. Because there is a low level of grief associated with the Six of Swords. Like, you're moving away from rough seas. And of course, water representing our emotions. But you're moving away from rough seas and into calmer seas, like wherever your destination happens to be. And like I said, this can be a physical journey. This can be you traveling somewhere. But I do feel like it's more of an emotional thing. And I feel like it's a difficult decision for you with the Two of Swords. Because it's a lot more apparent in the original Rider-Waite deck. Because in that it depicts a woman sitting on a beach with 2 swords held across her chest in either hand. And these swords are huge and they look very heavy. Kind of implying that she won't be able to hold them like this forever. And in that card she's also blindfolded, as she is in this. And the Two of Swords is talking about a decision that's difficult to make, or it's something that we maybe don't want to look at, or it's something we simply don't have enough information about, or we feel like we don't have enough information to make a decision. So maybe with the Six of Swords you're already on a journey, like maybe you have left something behind and you're already traveling and making this journey, but you have not yet decided, like perhaps on a destination, but maybe this journey hasn't begun yet. You've yet to make a decision about going on the journey in the first place. And I kind of feel with the Seven of Wands being, like the Seven of Wands is the warrior spirit card. This is someone standing their ground, fighting for what they believe in. And what is this decision? Is this a decision about standing down? Is this a decision about fighting for something else? Finding another cause to fight for example? Is this that maybe whatever you're fighting for has run its course and it's now time to decide on something else? Like there are a lot of variants to what this can mean, of course. But I feel like Capricorn, you might be about to start a journey, and like the Time to Go card is backing that up with the Six of Swords. And I feel like it's been, or it's still a difficult thing. Like it was or is a difficult decision, and you're not sure what decision to make. But it can also be that with the Seven of Wands, it's a decision that you're going to have to stand for. Like, well, I picked this and I'm going to stand up and say, yes, I picked this and this is how it works out. I own up to everything like this. And I own up to the way things work out. But I feel like that is something Capricorn would do anyway. I don't feel like I need to tell you that. But yeah, it's kind of like heavy energies for the general. But I feel like your love and your work readings are very interesting as well. And we're going to go on to the love reading with the relationship message being, it's over, or at the very least the form this relationship has taken is no longer of service to you or the other person. This is a time of letting go, of knowing that the journey has come to its conclusion. That doesn't mean anything is lost. Although this card could speak to a breakup, drifting apart, or the end of a soul contract, it is more about release than destruction. Remember the saying, if you love something, let it go. If it comes back, it's yours. If not, it never was. Endings are always a sign of new beginnings. If you want something deeper, walk away. And I just want to say first off, I don't necessarily read the cards like left to right or in any particular order. It's kind of more these are the kind of energies that are going on, and I try to make sense of them as best I can together with the Oracle card. And for example, the Seven of Pentacles, this is someone planting new seeds, and it's kind of a patience energy to it. Like, how are you gonna work these seeds? You know, what kind of fruit or payoff are you looking to get from these seeds? The Seven of Cups is dreaming and fantasizing and like having an overview of your options perhaps, but it can also be like illusions. And the Page of Wands is like a spark of enthusiasm, a spark of energy, but it's also exploration. So with the Oracle card, Time to Go, I kind of feel like these things fit together from right to left. So you have the spark of energy and you want to go exploring with the Page of Wands, and what you want to explore with the Seven of Cups, you want to explore your options and, you know, oh, I want this or I want that, and like looking at all these different cups and where can I go with these things. And then I feel like there is some kind of conclusion to that with the Seven of Pentacles that, okay, this is what I picked and I'm going to plant my seeds and I'm going to make them grow in this way after having gone through the Seven of Cups, Page of Wands energies. And this can be if you're out dating or if you're in a relationship already. Maybe this can perhaps be exploring, you know, avenues in your relationship of how to make it grow differently or in another way. Like, this does not necessarily have to mean that you are single. But this can also be saying that, yes, you have the spark of energy and the exploration aspect of the Page of Wands, but you're also questioning what is real with the Seven of Cups. What's actual here, because you do have the Seven of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups, and the Seven of Pentacles is so incredibly grounded and like tangible compared to what the Seven of Cups is talking about. So it can be that what is real, what are the seeds I've planted in my relationship or in my quest to gain a relationship? What's going on? And I think that's an important question to ask yourself. But we're going to move on to your work reading, and your prosperity message is: this message is clear. The path you've been on with your work, creative projects, and business alliances have come to an end. You will not find the success you desire by continuing with what is in front of you. This is an auspicious sign because there is no choice that will benefit you other than risking stepping into the unknown. This card also pertains to the more neutral concept of completion. You've finished your tasks and you can rest assured that this ending will open up a powerful new avenue of opportunity, even better than any you can imagine. You have done all you can, now trust that Spirit keeps the plan moving forward. Fortune requires that you conclude this chapter of your life, and remember that when you close one door, another opens. So what are the cards that you have? You have the Five of Pentacles. This is a card that can speak of emotional poverty. I don't feel that's necessarily what's going on here, because this is a work reading, and it can also mean that there are some money issues, for example. I don't want to scare anyone, but, you know, maybe this is saying, maybe check on your money, you know, your expenses and everything. And this is like a 2-week energy, and I think that's important to keep in mind. But the thing with the Five of Pentacles, and I feel like this is more so what it is about, because you do have the Hermit. The Five of Pentacles is someone who feels like they have no support structure, or there is no support for them from anyone else. In the original Rider-Waite deck, this card is depicted as two people out in the snow and the cold on their own, and it looks like they are, you know, out in the cold, literally. And it looks like they are, you know, they could use a meal and a hot cup of coffee or something. But immediately behind them is a wall with a stained glass window, kind of indicating that is a church or something. And it's kind of saying that there is help to get there if they are just looking for it, if they ask for it. But it's also, the help is there if they want it in the first place. So it's not, like the Five of Pentacles is not necessarily saying that someone is out in the cold because of someone else or for a reason other than that they want to. Maybe this is someone who's choosing not to ask for help or get help from someone else. And I think the Hermit speaks to that, because the Hermit is a card that speaks kind of solitude and being alone, but the Hermit is alone by choice. He's chosen to go off on his own to look for his path or whatever it is he's looking for, because it is a very spiritual card. It does not necessarily have to indicate that he's walking somewhere physically. This can be like a spiritual or emotional journey for him. But like I said, I think the important aspect to this is that he chooses to go off on his own to do this. And I think that speaks to the Five of Pentacles kind of, yes, being left out in the cold, not feeling like you have any support, but maybe you've chosen not to look for support in someone else because this is something you want to do on your own. And I feel like with the Six of Cups in the middle here, this is a card of nostalgia. It's a card of soulmates, like maybe someone's coming back from the past, or memories of someone is coming up from the past and you've been thinking about that. But I do kind of feel like maybe you've been looking back at past projects and like how you came to be in the place you are now. Because the Six of Cups is talking about happy memories, it's nostalgia. And sometimes this card can indicate that you have rose tinted glasses on and you remember things as being better than they were. But I feel like Capricorns would probably be quite good at avoiding doing this. It's not impossible, of course, it could still happen, but I do feel like you might have the tools to avoid that. But I feel yes, the Five of Pentacles can be very scary. Yes, the Five of Pentacles can be very scary, but I feel like you're very strong in yourself with the Hermit. And with the Six of Cups, it feels like you're looking back over, like, how did I end up here, and all the projects or all the work you've done to get here. And I don't know, are you feeling appreciative about that? Are you analyzing, like, how it's been or how it's gone? But I don't know, I feel like it's a very interesting position to be in. Especially with the Time to Go card talking about finished projects and having to start something new. And I feel if you're going to start something new, it's quite useful to have the Six of Cups to review where you've been and how you got to where you are now. Thank you so much for watching my video. And like I said in the beginning of the video, if you need more information about the decks I use or how to contact me, you'll find it in the description below. And I do hope that at least one of these readings resonated with you and you got some kind of message from it. And I hope everything finds you well until next time.